initiative yearly in the studio. The report. Today is World Environment Day. That is a day set aside to raise awareness on environmental issues and action to preserve, protect and nurture the environment. This year, the platform focuses on the planet's urgent need for land restoration and how we destroy environment. Here with me in the studio are members from Yali Network who will be talking more on the issue. We have in the studio the Secretary Yali Akwa State, Mr. Ediong Senye Ndunobong, is in the studio with me here. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria.
Okay, also we have the project coordinator of the 1 million tree planting for Yali Akwa State, Mr. Inyebong Oko. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone.
All right, good afternoon. Now, let's start up with what the day is all about. Today is World Environment Day. What is the day all about? Let's start with the project.
Okay, thank you very much. Today is World Environment Day, and it's all about the restoration of degrading ecosystem, battling and checking how we could restore the degrading climate, this scene on the surface of the earth.
Okay, so if I can, I may want to add to what my colleague just talked about. Given the theme of this year's World Environment, they're talking about land restoration, desertification, and of course building resilience. You would come to understand that over the years, the world is grappling with the issues of climate change, and it's a problem affecting everyone, but disproportionately. By disproportionately, I mean some people are more affected than others, and some are actually the causes of, they contribute more rather to what we are facing globally as the impact of climate change. So talking with that regards, you find out that from the Niger Delta being the focus of this conversation, that communities across the Niger Delta have been seriously degraded as a result of oil exploitation. I don't call it oil exploration. And you're talking about restoring this land. The people, in the course of these exploration activities or exploitation activities, you find that lands are lost, water, and of course the biodiversity in these places have been affected and impacted negatively. And that way, livelihood is affected, poverty setting, it affects almost every facet of society. And so it's very pertinent that issues like this are being discussed, so that we do not just focus on how we can tap from nature, how we can exploit nature, but we can also think of ways we can contribute to saving this particular nature we tap from. And the topic too is actually, or the theme is actually all encompassing, because go to the north, you're talking about the certification and land restoration, and come to the north, you also, to the south rather, you also need to restore the land, because over here in the south, we have our peculiar problems with regards to land degradation, and then if you go to the north, they also have their peculiar issues.
So what are those peculiar problems that we have in the south? In
the south, I had mentioned in the course of my response that we talk about the issue of oil exploration and the oil spill and then gas flaring, and of course, one of the ways you could one of the things you do in restoring land is planting trees, basically. And if you go to we're in Akwa Ibom, we're broadcasting from Akwa Ibom. If you go to Eket, you find these places where gas is continuously 24/7 being flared. So you find in these locations trees will not survive. So if trees that you can see with your eyes cannot survive, how about the microorganisms? How about the and some happen in the waters too. In I think in Ondo State, Ondo is being regarded as part of the Niger Delta. There is the Oruro oil field that fire is burning continuously in the sea. You understand? So what happens to the fishes in the water, the biological diversity of that environment? So talking about the Eket, Eastern Obolo, and that axis, talking about all of that. So what happened to the environment? What happened to the soil? What happened to the organisms you cannot see with your eyes, which are critical component of the environment? Without this, the things you can't even cultivate. All of these things are important, critical to even our existence as humans. So it's actually very important that we do our very best to, restore the ecosystem, especially with regards to managing our
let's
soil
look at
and
the
land.
issue of the 1 million tree planting. So can you throw more light on that?
Okay, the 1 million tree planting is a program of Yale Network Nigeria.
Okay.
We are going to be planting trees across the 36 states of the Federation, including FCT. We are registered with the project is registered with the United Nations Environment Program. And the idea is about propagating the need for us to plant trees as a way of cushioning the climate effects on the earth.
In this project?
So far, we have been, Yale Akwa Ibom has been partnering with Akwa Ibom Protection, something
with management,
Princicum. We've been partnering with that commission to do the monthly sanitation exercise. So we are still going to work with them on this program, on this project, and other organizations.
And Passion FM too, yeah.
Yes, Passion FM.
So how can individuals and organizations also support and get involved in the project?
Yes, individuals are captured in these projects. Like I said, we have a database. You don't need to come to Yale or be a member of Yale before you plant a tree. So what you usually do, you plant a tree, you get the link from us, you register on the database that you as an individual have planted a tree. At the end of the day, we are going to give out prizes to people who have planted the highest number of trees, organizations who have planted the highest number of trees. So the award will also capture poetry competition. You plant a tree and you give it a name. You write some beautiful elogies about the tree.
About the tree.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, by August, we'll be having our national summit. So people who have done well will be duly appreciated.
With what? All right, Mr. Inyebonguko,
Yes.
thank you for coming to the studio. Thank you, Mr. Ejong Singh.
Thank you. Thank you.
For coming to the studio.
Thank you.
Also during the week, wife of Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Patience Moino, has, in collaboration with the Ministry of Justice, launched a month-long gender-based violence awareness campaign following the domestication of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law, VAP law, in the state in June 2020. Speaking during the event, Secretary of the Akwa Ibom State Committee for Gender-Based Violence Management, Barrister Ete, said the month of June was set aside by Her Excellency to create awareness, as ignorance is not an excuse when it comes to the law.
Awareness, to carry out sensitization, and to make our people aware of the ills of gender-based violence in the states. We want to teach our children, we want to teach our women, we want to teach our men how to identify, how to respond, and where to report cases of gender-based violence in our state. But most importantly, we want to teach them how to prevent this from happening in our homes, from happening in our communities, and to get their commitment to ensure that these things are not condoned in their community. The Violence Against Persons Act, the Violence Against Persons Law have 26 offenses, and they have various, terms of imprisonment or terms of confinement. Let me use the law, terms of confinement for each offense. But for rape, it is life imprisonment. For pouring someone with a substance, it is 20 years, and then we have various degree of sentences for each offenses, which I'm not going to, I will not be able to exhaust them. But as we are coming to your schools, we are coming to your markets, we are going to tell you these various offenses and the sentences that are attached to each of them.
The Gender-Based Violence Awareness Month, tagged Implementing the Akwa Ibom State Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law 2020 from Awareness to Action at Ibom Hall, Uyo, the wife of the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Patience Moino, sought the collaborative efforts of government at all levels, organizations, and well-meaning individuals in the ongoing fight against gender-based violence in the state. Pastor Patience Eno, who is the chairperson of the Akwa Ibom State's Gender-Based Violence Management Committee, was represented at the event by the Deputy Governor, Senator Akon Eyayin.
Violence against the male. They are under our mother's code. Together, we can create a safer and more inclusive society. We reach the government's commitment and dedication to ensure we curb the menace of GBV in Akwa Ibom State, and we are counting on your collective efforts to make us succeed. It's not a one-man thing. It's not a one-woman thing. It's for all of us. What you see, you speak out. Where you cannot reach, make a call. That will help us.
Of Uyo, Professor Mojishola Eseyin, in her keynote address, called for the establishment of a special gender-based violence courts to ensure that GBV cases are handled with urgency, sensitivity, and expertise.
Specifically designed to adjudicate GBV cases. It's a critical necessity for enhancing access to justice in Akwa Ibom State. These specialized courts are paramount in ensuring that GBV cases are handled with urgency, sensitivity, and expertise that they require. Below are some of the reasons I think this should happen. It will expedite judicial processes. Honestly, but only GBV cases will be going to that court, like family court. It will do that, we know that. Second point, it will have a specialized knowledge and sensitivity. The courts, because they've been doing it, they will have trainings, and they know what to do so that they will not handle some cases. It's like I was reading, don't let me, okay, there was a case, and the court, let me just say court, was, let me not use the word nasty, not too good to the victim. But if we have a GBV court that they know the intricacies, they are specialized, and that will help the matter. My third point is that we also have a comprehensive support services. Special GBV courts can be designed to offer integrated support services that are essential for GBV survivors. These services can include psychological counseling, I'm coming there, medical assistance, social support, and all those things. By providing these services within the judicial framework, special GBV courts ensure a holistic approach to justice, addressing both legal, personnel, and emotional needs of survivors. 4, deterrence and public confidence. They will just know that there's a GBV already, that somebody is knowing that there's a gender-based violence court. See, the issue is that, oh, these ones don't happen, they don't have them in other states. Akwa Ibom State, okay.
State committed to the fight against gender-based violence, such as Breakthrough Action Nigeria, Excellence Community Education Welfare Scheme, EQUIS, Golden Initiative for All, GIFA, reiterated their commitment and support to the GBV cause.
As well as other partners together with us in the state. Your Excellency, we believe that together we will work to make Akwa Ibom safe for everybody. We look forward to creating a very safe Akwa Ibom State, free of all forms of violence.
Respect and dignity are norms, not exception. Our presence here signifies hope and determination. It shows that we are not passive, bystander, but active participants in the fight against gender-based violence. By educating ourselves, advocating the survival, and promoting policies that protect the vulnerable, we are laying the groundwork for a safer, more just society. Today, we honor the resilience of survival and commit to supporting them in their healing journey. We pledge to raise our voices against violence, to listen to those who have been silent, and to ensure that justice is served. GIFA, in all operative areas, gender-based violence, will go for prevention and response. Let this be
next major story, the performance of local government transition executives in Akwa Ibom State, whose tenure recently elapsed, was looked at. These transition executives were sworn in on December 9, 2023 to serve for a period of 6 months. Following the expiration of their tenure, the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Moino, on May 9, 2024, approached the State House of Assembly to grant his request for an extension of tenure for council executives, but the House insisted on conducting a local government tour to assess the level of work done in the last 6 months by these transition executives. The reports.
Is a leadership level held at the grassroots of a political sphere. It is the tier of government administration that coordinates the activities of citizens at local communities. In Akwa Ibom, South Nigeria, the state government directly supersedes the local government but makes available financial allocations from the federal government to various councils to directly impact its citizens. Hence, as a democratic state, there was a need to appraise the performance of the 31 local government transition executives who were sworn in December 2023 to serve for a period of 6 months.
On that note, I called the chairman of the team on local government and chief policy affairs to lead his team to this 31 local government and see the extent of what they have done in the past 5 to 6 months before we can give the resolution to His Excellency the Governor. If that is the wish of this House, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Therefore, the chairman of the lead the delegation to oversight of these 31 local governments.
After the decision by the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, actions were quickly expedited and the tour began. Led by the House Committee Chairman on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Mfonidong, some local government areas visited had a demonstration farm which was ordered by the Executive Governor of the state as a way of boosting food security.
See what we have in Ibom local government, the farm that we are cultivating, we have tomatoes, we have tomatoes, we have the hot pepper, we have bell pepper, the one for salad, we have corn, the yellow corn, not the regular white corn. We have the yellow corn, we have cucumber.
We partner with Directorate of Agric Investment, Agricorp. You can see cassava that has been harvested there. That is our 10 hectares farm land. 10 hectare farm land, and we harvested that cassava, and it was really good. I was shocked that we can harvest such quantity of cassava in that farm.
This council took up the commitment to provide improved seedlings to the 87 gazetted villages in this community, in this local government. We bought what is called improved cassava stem.
This transition committee is currently talks with AU4 village in AU Law Urefo Oruko to acquire 40 hectares of land primarily for cassava cultivation.
Infrastructure was greatly cited in some local government areas that are perceived to directly or indirectly impact the livelihood of citizens.
We've done our possible best in this local government to ensure that no aspect of governance suffers total abandonment. That is exactly what we have done. Other than infrastructural development, we have taken as a priority the welfare, well-being of our people.
It's all over social media. You can verify from the people of Eket. The Unity Hall project I'm talking about is about 3,000 seater capacity Unity Hall. Today, as we speak, is about 85% completion. Work is still ongoing, and by the special grace of God, we intend to hand over that project to the people of Eket by early July 2024.
We've undertaken grading of rural roads. We've done 33 kilometers, Director, 33.6 kilometers of rural road grading this year alone in the last 6 months.
If you get to Ikotam, there is a
a road that we have graded. When we grade the road, about 2-point-something kilometer road that we have graded. So when we find out that there is a small river that divides this side and the other side. And we take it on ourselves that it is good that we join the two roads together.
So let us start total renovation in these premises. I started by the walkway. We opened the walkway, demarcated it into 3 sections, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 to the other length. By God's grace, we have been able to complete the phase 1.
For most local government areas, welfare of citizens were priorities to the transition executives.
Women can be empowered through a certain system that causes them to receive money, go and trade for a period of 6 months, bring back that money so that more women can be empowered, and those that succeed in bringing the money will be given a grant. We encourage them to enlarge and expand their horizon when it comes to trading.
We've been able to reach out to over 400 young people in the Bionibon local government area who have small and medium businesses they are doing, and we make sure that there are people who reside within the local government area. We've intervened, and as of today, we've injected so much into it to the tune of 10 million naira.
We've organized an activation program for incident people. We've partnered under medicals. We partnered for free medical program to mark World Hypertension Day. We marked Tuberculosis Day.
We have provided all the assistance to the staff of this council, and we also provided very conducive working environment for them by provision of necessary working tools, the chairs, the tables that they needed to work. The local government is a border local government. And when we are talking about border local government, we know the challenges, particularly security challenges. We're able to have a wonderful synergy, wonderful collaboration with the security agencies in the local government area. I'm not surprised that almost all of them are here. The chairman, with that, our effort has worked because we're able to ensure that there's peace, there is security in the local government area.
Delayed by a brief nationwide strike by the organized labor, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly resumed plenary on June 6th, where a report on the tour was read by the chairman of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs Committee, Honorable Mfon Idong.
The Transition Committee chairman and members in all the local government councils of the state will enthusiastically implement the RISE agenda of His Excellency, the Governor, through implementations of capital projects, personal development, and material services. That most of the local government transition committee made judicious use of funds allocated to their councils, that there was no local government councils without a signature project. The House Committee is satisfied with the performance of the local government interim administration, except for a very few local government councils which are under the watch of the committee.
Thereafter, the Speaker, Right Honorable Demiotong, gathered votes by the majority and pronounced the extension of interim local government executives for another 6 months, pending the conduct of an election by the State Electoral Board.
It has been moved and duly seconded that the recommendation of the House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs on the inspection tour of the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State is hereby adopted. And the resolution is, the committee recommends that this House approve an extension of the interim administration for another 6 months, pending the conduct of the election into the local government council. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Accordingly, the recommendation is hereby adopted.
The local government elections in Akwa Ibom are built to hold on October 26, 2024, which will be conducted by the State Independent Electoral Commission. David Isong, Niger Delta Today.
And those are some of our major stories we had during the week. We'll take you now to more events happening around the Niger Delta, and let's begin with the event that the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Honorable Ekperikwe Ekpo, has inaugurated a 300 million standard cubic feet per day gas facility in Delta State in an effort to reduce gas flaring in the Niger Delta region. The Kwale Gas Gathering Facility, constructed by Nedo Gas Development Company Limited, is situated in Umusam community near Kwale, Ndokwa West local government area of the state. Honorable Ekpo highlighted that the inauguration of the facility marks a significant milestone not only for Delta State but also for Nigeria's ongoing efforts to harness its abundant natural gas resources for national development. He stated that the strategic collaboration between Nedo Gas Limited and Nigeria Contents Development and Monitoring Board represents a substantial advancement in promoting sustainability, energy efficiency, and economic growth in the country. The minister also noted that the initiative underscores the federal government's commitment to expanding gas usage, diversifying energy resources, and mitigating environmental impacts. He added that Kwale Gas Gathering Facility and the Nedo Gas plant signifies a major leap in the nation's capability to effectively extract and utilize natural gas resources, as it can process natural gas more effectively, thereby enhancing both domestic supply and export potential of the country. He further emphasized that the facility is expected to significantly bolster Nigeria's economy by creating jobs, fostering industrial growth, and ensuring energy security. Meanwhile, the Delta State Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Orewori, stressed that these projects would benefit Nigerians, especially residents of Delta State. Governor Orewori also stated that the projects are set to enhance the energy supply for Nigerians, particularly in critical areas. On his part, Chairman and CEO of Nedo Gas Development Company Limited, Mr. Emeka Ene, noted that the 300 MMSCFD Kwale Gas Gathering Facility exemplifies what can be achieved through innovation, determination, and strategic partnership. He further explained that the facility is designed to tackle one of the energy sector's major challenges by providing infrastructure for gas gathering, compression, injection, metering, as well as reducing gas flaring in the region. Away from that, Defense Minister Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar has reiterated the government's dedication to addressing national challenges such as illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalism, piracy, illegal fishing, and water trespassing. Speaking at the graduation ceremony of the Maritime Security Unit of the Deep Blue Project at the 5th Battalion Nigerian Army in Elele, River State, the minister underscored the significance of the Deep Blue Project in safeguarding the nation's waterways. He emphasized that the creation and training of the Maritime Security Unit are pivotal to President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Expressing confidence that their professional combat training would equip them to effectively address these challenges, he ensured peace and economic prosperity for the nation, owing that this training was not in vain. He also encouraged the graduates to be prepared to tackle the nation's challenges. The graduation ceremony was a key milestone in the Deep Blue Project's mission to enhance the security of Nigeria's maritime domain. Alhaji Badaru praised the graduating officers for their dedication and hard work and thanked the Honorable Minister of Maritime and Blue Economy, Honorable Adegboyega Oyetola, for the ministry's support and collaboration in establishing the Maritime Security Unit. In addition, he expressed gratitude to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, for their technical expertise and resources contributed to the project, as well as the facilitators and trainers. And now to Edo State, the palace of the Oba of Benin, Omonoba Nedo Ukwakpolopolo, Oba Eware II, has once again found itself at odds with the governor of the state, Mr. Godwin Obaseki. The recent clash centers around the activities of the Okiageles youth leaders in Benin Kingdom in 7 local government areas of Edo State, which the palace insists has not been banned. The Obazelu of Benin, Chief Osaru Ida, addressed protesting Okiageles from Edo South who sought intervention from the palace to prevent an escalation of the situation. The protest followed Governor Obaseki's June 3rd announcement that over 150 residents had been killed to cult-related activities and homicides in the state from January 2024 onwards. As part of his efforts to combat this violence, Governor Baseki banned the activities of the Okiagelis in 7 local government areas of Uredo, Ikpoba Oha, Ego, Ovia Northeast, Ovia Southwest, Oromo, and Uromonde. The Edo State governor stated that the ban was a measure to tackle cultism in Edo State following a closed-door meeting with security chiefs. However, Chief Ida assured that the palace would discuss the issue with the Edo State government, emphasizing the Okiagelis' role in traditional administrative structure of Benin Kingdom. He urged the Okiagelis to maintain peace and order, clarifying that the palace will not protect anyone involved in criminal activities. The Benin chief also explained that Okiageli is an ancient institution in Benin Kingdom, assisting the Odionwere, the village head, in daily administration. He said it cannot be banned by fiat as it is an integral of the Edo Ascensory and promised to communicate their concerns to the appropriate authorities. Meanwhile, spokesperson for the aggrieved youth and village heads in Edo South, Comrade Roland Ogbomo, reiterated the Okiagelis are a creation of the Oba's palace and are responsible for maintaining law and order in accordance with Benin's custom. And away from that, the Niger National Congress, INC, has expressed concern over the conflict between Rivers State Governor Sir Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Nyesom Wike. President of the INC, Professor Benjamin Okaba, who made this known during a meeting with Rivers Ijaw People's Congress, RIPCO, and the Ijaw Youth Council, IYC, at Ijaw House in Yenogwa, Bayelsa State, also said the INC is committed to peace, unity, and development across the Ijaw nation, including Rivers State. Professor Okoba also stated the INC's support for any organization benefiting the Ijaw nation and stressed that unity is crucial despite diverse political affiliations. He also noted that the INC's gratitude towards Wike for supporting the Ijaw leader in Rivers State was essential, but urged respect and support for Governor Fubara. Similarly, leaders of the RIPCO delegation, Senator Alabo George Sekibo and Honorable Boma Iyaye, highlighted the FCT minister's contribution to the Ijaw nation through federal appointments and urged the INC to remain neutral in the ongoing political conflicts. They stressed the importance of cooperation with other ethnic groups in Rivers State for electoral success and unity among the Ijaw people. And in Delta State, the Delta State Police Command has said it has arrested a 19-year-old suspected leader of an armed robbery gang, Destiny Okpako, along with 2 accomplices in a crackdown on rising criminal activities in Ugeli, Warri, and Saplem. The operation, which was carried out by a special squad deployed by the Commissioner of Police in the state, CP Abinowonda Olufemi, arrested Okpako from Oviri Okwe and his accomplices, 23-year-old Blessing Atima and 20-year-old Wisdom Akwarowo from Jesse Town. They were apprehended in Saple following credible intelligence. The operation also led to the recovery of a Beretta pistol, a locally made cut-to-size gun, 3 cutlasses, assorted phones, and ATM cards. Public Relations Officer of the Command, SP Bright Edafe, who confirmed the arrest in a statement, also mentioned that some victims have identified the suspects and their belongings, and the suspects confessing to their participation in 6 armed robbery operations in Sapele. SP Edafe also reported the arrest of Usman Bello, 40 years, who allegedly posed as a mentally unstable person and was found with a locally fabricated Beretta pistol in an uncompleted building alongside the Isele-Izagba Expressway. The PPRO also disclosed that 2 suspects, Amechi Michael, 42, from Rivers State, and Ogochukwu Obode from Enugu State, were arrested for breaking into shops at night and stealing valuables in Asaba, the state capital. He also alerted of ongoing efforts to apprehend the receivers of these stolen items. We'll now take a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you our special feature for today. What is happening?
On different issues. It is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Bonigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
No matter wetin I see, no fit make mouth heavy to talk am. That's now why people dey talk.
People Dey Talk is show on Monday to Friday by 5 p.m. on top ADBN TV.
Welcome back to Across the Niger Delta. And now to our special feature for today. On our special feature, we will bring you an exceptional delicacy in which the ingredients are a harmonious blend of the region's bounty. From periwinkles to prawns to fish and everything that has to do with seafood. The fisherman's soup or fresh fish soup is a sumptuous soup that originated from the riverside communities of the Niger Delta region as it possess abundant seafood. Let's see how these ingredients are put together to make the famous fisherman's soup. Do enjoy the viewing.
All right, welcome to another exciting edition of Niger Delta today. And something a little bit different from every other thing you've been used to on the program. So today, something for your nose, something for your mouth, something pleasant to perceive, something tasteful to put in your mouth. I'm right here at Nkemba Street, and we are going to be doing something a little different, like I said earlier, into the food aspect of the Niger Delta, the culinary expertise, the variants of food that we have in this region. And today, fisherman soup is on the chopping block. So we are going to be doing everything fisherman soup, how it is done, the uniqueness of this food to the people of this region, how much we love enjoying the food, and of course, why not, the process of making fisherman soup. I'm here with a very beautiful chef. So she told me her name, her business name, and of course everything we can see on the table with this lovely afternoon. So let's start with your name.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. My name is Mrs. Patience Igododipo. I am the CEO of Radiant Care Resources. We're into the production of organic skincare products, hair care products, household cleaning products, perfumes, custard, natural spices for cooking as well. I'm actually a chef, a wonderful chef for that matter. Okay, and right here we are came back. We're about to prepare a wonderful, delicious meal for you.
Okay, so first of all, I can almost tell that you're one of many caps, so many caps. Well, let's focus on your chef. Your chef aspect, exactly. So now, so tell us a little bit of information. This soup looks like something that you're really, really interested in. I can see how much work has gone into the preparation of the ingredients. So first tell us, fisherman soup to you as a person. How do you see it? How beautifully do you see it? How do you enjoy it?
Oh, fisherman soup is actually a very wonderful soup. In short, it's one of the best foods so far. I love it so much because it just makes me feel very relaxed each time I'm eating it. I'm very comfortable. So I'm going to show you the recipe and the things I'm going to use for this cooking.
Okay, so let's just get on over. Now tell me, everything on this table, what is the usefulness of these things and how do they come together in the making of the soup? So start with the fish first.
Okay. So this is our almighty catfish. You see, it's already washed with salt and hot water already. So we have here the okra. Some people prefer using achi to make their white soup, but I just like using okra to making my fisherman's soup because I like it fresh. Okay. So we have here another wonderful thing. We have here Ngolo. The Rivers people call it Ngolo because I was born and brought up in Port Harcourt. So I always know it as Ngolo. And here we have our sea. This is a seafood. So snail. It's not snail. It's called water snail. It's water snail. So we have our periwinkle here. So I actually wanted to get prawn, but unfortunately I didn't see prawn to be in the market. So we have also our hot leaf, yes. It gives it this natural flavor, this amazing flavor, this nice flavor. So we have our onion right here, and we also have our crayfish. I actually use the big one, the prawn. That's what is blended here. So we have our pepper. I mixed it with dry pepper and Cameroon pepper. So we have our maggi and we have our salt. Then as a natural spice maker, I always love this kind of particular flavor. I make all kinds of spices. I make spices for banga soup. I make spices for fried rice, for jollof rice, for pepper soup. In short, it was my pepper soup spice that made me to win the competition at the Christmas village. So I have amazing spices that you wouldn't want to miss for any reason. So I have one wonderful spice here. This is what we call, this one is a mixture of combination of two spices. And it's called Uda. And the other name, I can't remember the other name. I can't remember the English name for it.
No problem. Okay, so before we get into the cooking, all these things here, now, are there alternative ingredients you can use? Let's say somebody cannot afford to use these things. Are there alternative ingredients? Let's say for the leaves, is there something else you can use if you're not around where you can get for the Caesar? Or for the okra, for the berry? Are there alternative ingredients?
Okay, for the oxusar leaf, I think oxusar leaf is very important when you're making fisherman's soup. It's very, very important. It's very necessary. And for the okra, you can decide to use achi. Some people can also decide to use ibaba. Ibaba in our native dialect. So, but for me, I like it fresh, like I said. I like it fresh. So that is why I decided to use okra for this. But you can as well use achi if you have access to it.
Oh, there's something about using melon. Do you use melons?
Of course, yes. Most people use melon. Yes, there are varieties of things you can use. You can use ibaba, you can use melon, you can use okra, you can use what else again? I think those are the three things you can actually use for.
Take notes, because apparently this is an opportunity for you to explore every other way of making. Maybe I used to just one particular side of making soup. So these are the ingredients that are getting into the body of the fish. Now, that's how we achieve spiciness of the fish, and then you get so tasty, and then you just cannot resist but licking your fingers. So I'm just let you, rule your kitchen. Let me know contest spaces. So take a while. Let's begin to do. So tell us how you're doing them. At the end of everything, trust me, right?
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
going to be adding right now is our snail, our water snail. So this is it. I'm adding it into it. Okay. And I'm going to add our ungolo into it also. It's called, this is not in cup. Shape, this is not in cup. Okay. And then I'm going to add our periwinkle. The Igbos call it isam, or call it mfi. So I'm adding our mfi here. Okay. So I'm going to cover this for a little while. Let it boil some more. So the next thing, our food has boiled for the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to be adding my crayfish to the food. I'm going to be adding crayfish to this. I'm going to be adding more pepper. More pepper. I like pepperish food. I don't like it when it is not hot. So we're almost getting, our food is almost getting ready. Our fisherman soup is almost getting ready. So I'm about to bring down this food. So the last thing, like I said, I always like my okra very fresh and very nice. So I'm going to add my okra right now into this. So I'm going to add it into this. So the next thing I'm going to add right now is my Susan. So I'm adding my Susan right now. Okay. So I'll just give it a quick step. A quick step. So I'm doing it bit by bit so that the fish doesn't get scattered. Wow. So I like the fish being very big. So I don't want it. Okay. So we're almost done with this cooking. And now so I have to give it a quick test.
Okay, so food. Everywhere smells so nice.
Wow.
Wow.
So nice.
That's a sight. I'm happy I came hungry. Anyway, so first of all, wow. So tell us the process of making everything, just in a few words.
Okay. From the beginning of the cooking, we started with the fish. We washed the fish with water and salt, and then we put it into the pot. We allowed it to boil for like 15 minutes, and then we added our what do you call it? We added
seasoning.
The seasoning.
Yeah.
So that the seasoning can penetrate into the fish to give it a very tasty, to make it very tasty.
Yeah.
And then the second thing we added was our seafood. We added our nkok. We added our periwinkle. We also added our water snail also. So we covered it and allowed it to boil for another 15 minutes. And after that, I added my crayfish, pepper, Maggi, salt, and my seasoning. My almighty seasoning for cooking. So I don't joke with it.
Yeah.
So after that, I waited for another 15 minutes also. I added my okra and ozuzali, and that is it.
My tummy was saying, no, we didn't eat one. I'm like, it is ready now. So, eating this food, what kind of protein? I mean, let's say protein. What kind of swallows is best to eat this soup with?
Growing up in Port Harcourt, I was used to eating white garri. White garri makes it look as if you're eating pounded yam of food as well. So that taste, that softness, that feeling of smoothness, that is the reason why I love eating white garri.
Amazing. Okay, so fisherman's soup, everything there is just fish.
Yes.
No meat. But meat can be put actually, you want to throw meat.
That's your choice. That's what you want. But when it is called fisherman's soup, it doesn't require meat. It's just fish. You can put all kinds of fish. You can put prawn, you can put seafood, you can put pork, you can put ngolo, you can put everything. That's what makes it fisherman's soup, because it is gotten from the sea.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I've learned a lot. I want to go and try it in the house.
Okay.
I will try it now. I think I will be a plate. When I try it now, I will be a plate. I'm going to eat from this one. Okay. When I eat from this one, I get the taste. I know how I'm going to cover my own in my house. We're done with everything. The food is ready. Everything, like I said, smelling so nice, enticing. And God, I am already salivating. Now we're going to have a taste of the food, of course. Privilege I'm here. I'm going to have a taste of the food. Already looking so beautiful. Colors are everywhere. I'm seeing red, I'm seeing green, I'm seeing fish color. Jesus. I'll wash my hand first. And then I'll have a taste of the food. And of course, let you know what I think about it. And you should also try yours as well. So, I'm using food. It's one morsel of food. And just today. Wow. And let me take some more. Should I say? Well, I think now this is amazing. This is very amazing. Now, I grew up in the West and we did a lot of everything there. I like how spicy it is. This is my own opinion. I like how spicy it is. It's very spicy. I like how it tastes. And it is also not watery. It's thick. Everything is just together. How it tastes of the fish as well. So that's you know how it's very hot.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
We can use this one.
I think you go to my way. And the fish, because as big as this fish is, it is well spiced, of course. And it's not, you know that when you cook and then your fish is breaking everywhere into your pot, everything is together. The fish is not broken, it's not scattered. And the fish is like you're eating soft meat. That's how it feels. So it's like, oh, this is great food. I'm going to finish this food. But then again, I want to thank you so much for joining us in this episode of Niger Delta today. It's amazing, and I'll finish the food while you go with the lessons.
Simple, you were already halfway done with that food during the testing process. Well, that's the much we can take on today's edition of Across the Niger Delta, and we do hope that you try out your own culinary skills when it comes to the famous Niger Delta fisherman soup. My name is Awero Sogene Ebo. Do join us tomorrow for another edition of the program, same time on ADBN Television. So we'll come your way again. Bye for now.